During my teenage years, I'd always dreamed of getting out of Hong Kong thinking I wouldn't miss the place at all. But it took being away from my home to realize how important it is to me. On my first visit to Chinatown, the place immediately put me at ease because it felt like I belonged there. Walking under strings of bright red lanterns brought back fond memories of home. Growing up, my father would take me to neighborhood bakeries to buy pastries as a treat. Occasionally, if we were lucky, we would arrive exactly when a fresh batch of egg tarts came out of the oven. We would hear the bakers yell, "蛋撻出爐，新鮮滾熱啦!" And we would eat them right away while they were still warm in our hands. It was the best feeling, standing outside the shop and stuffing our faces full, as the buttery crust crumbled and the custardy filling melted in our mouths.
Normally Helen come down in October, isn't it? Actually, Humi, do you know Sophie's husband before? No, I never met him. Oh, okay, yeah.
I remember the first time I went to an Asian supermarket in London. Browsing through the food items and brands I grew up with, I reveled in those familiar names and designs, like a kid at a candy shop, and took pictures all over the place as if I were a curious tourist. Every time I visit Chinatown, new and different faces give me the same old familiarity and sense of belonging.
It does. I bet if you
I believe I'm not alone on this sentiment. This longing for home, this desire to connect with homely memories of the bygone. These immigrant-run local businesses prove that this experience is universal for those away from home. It's why restaurants like Manheng Zaoga exist. It's why there are Asian supermarkets like Longfeng Hong for us to visit. It's why Chinese medicine has found a foothold. Our culture makes up a dear and integral part of our identity, and we want to keep it intact. Generations of migrants must have felt the same way as I have setting foot in this foreign country. So they found their own ways to feel like they belonged, to adapt. And thanks to them, my generation and future generations in my shoes can have the luxury and the joy of staying true to our roots while being distant from our homes.